Alright, going to keep looking at some hip-hop albums, and today we're going to be looking at Roc-A-Fella Records. Just note that I'm not going to be talking about Jay-Z, Kanye West, or any Diplomats albums that were put out on Roc-A-Fella, just because some I've talked about already, and some I'm going to talk about in the future on their own. So Roc-A-Fella, the record label owned by Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Kareem Burke. Over the years, there's been a whole lot of back and forth on the business arrangement, and to be honest, it never really interested me in the first place, so I don't even know where that stands right now. But we're gonna go back to the year 2000 and look at Beanie Sigel's debut album, The Truth. Beanie Sigel is one of my favorite East Coast rappers, and he's from Philadelphia. He's got a very unique style, you know it when you hear it, and I haven't heard anyone rap like him before. If I had to pick just one song on here, we're gonna go with Mac and Brad, which is featuring Scarface. As much as I love The Truth, I think The Reason, his next album, is the best thing he's ever done. I like every song, but if I had to pick just three, I'm going to go with the opener, Nothing Like It, I Don't Do Much, and Man's World. Next album, The Becoming. This came out 2005. I think these are two of the more well-known songs on here, but the two that I always think of are the single Feel It in the Air and Purple Rain featuring Bun B. As much as I love the early Beanie Sigel albums, I stopped following his career closely after this. I remember I watched those State Property movies when they came out. They're at least entertaining, I'd say. But we're not done talking about him, because during those years that I was a big fan, he had a stable of rappers under him called State Property. And this is a group album put out on Roc-A-Fella in 2002. So who are the members of State Property? You had Beanie Sigel, Freeway, Chris and Neef, Owen Sparks, and I guess P. Crack. Rock the Mic was the single, that's a good one. This album actually, I was surprised how much I liked it. When I bought it, right away I had a feeling like, I like buying these Roc-A-Fella albums, but this is going to be a one and done. But this stayed in the rotation for a while. I thought it was a pretty solid album. As was the next one. State Property presents The Chain Gang Volume 2. I think the best song on here is number 2, It's On, featuring Beanie Sigel and Jay-Z. Probably the second most famous member of the group was Freeway, and this is his debut album, Philadelphia Freeway. When I first heard Freeway, I couldn't stand his voice, I didn't like his style, but it grew on me a bit. It's unique, and I guess in the present day, I wouldn't be too into the style, but it did grow on me back then. Got a lot of names on here. You got Jay-Z, Nate Dogg, Nelly, Snoop, the rest of State Property. Then Young Guns, Brothers from Another. So if I'm right, that's Young Chris and Neef. Haven't put this one on forever. I always think of Don't Stop, because not only was it the single, but I have a couple younger sisters, and I remember they were really into that song at the time. So when you think of the proteges of Jay-Z, you might automatically think about Memphis Bleek, as I do. And he had his first album, I think it was called Coming of Age. I could be wrong on that, actually. There was a song called Coming of Age he was on Jay-Z Volume 3, which is a good one. But anyways, this is the second Memphis Bleek solo album. Like Jay-Z, he's from Brooklyn. He's just a red childhood friend, but I think Jay-Z's quite a bit older. I think this album is an underrated masterpiece. I like every song. Holds a lot of memories for me. My favorite song is I Get High, number 3. The next Memphis Bleek album is called Made. It's kind of a bad album cover. Gotta be honest. I recall that I thought it was okay, but I couldn't tell you one thing about it. The next album, 5, 3, 4, I think was an improvement. Who's on here? M.O.P., Rihanna, Jay-Z. Mostly guest free, actually. Most of his albums are like that. A couple big names, and that's about it. And I think this is actually Memphis Bleek's last solo album. I think he's done some mixtape stuff. I don't know what his relationship with Jay-Z is right now, but yeah, 2005. I believe that's his last solo album. And finally, this is The Professional 2 by DJ Clue. This was put out on Roc-A-Fella, 2001. And they used to put out, well, they still put out these kind of albums actually, but yeah, just DJs with a lot of big names right here. We're talking mostly East Coast. Jay-Z, Beanie, Sigel, Lox, Cameron, Fabulous, Busta Rhymes, Wu-Tang, Eminem. You got Snoop and the Dog Pound, Foxy Brown, Capone and Noriega, Mobb Deep, Redman. So star-studded lineup, short songs, summer freestyles. And you know what? I think I gotta put this on in the car. It's been many years, and gonna be some good surprises on here. So that's it. See you next time.